The early morning sun cast long shadows over the bustling city of Jerusalem. Near the sheep gate, tucked away from the main streets, lay the Pool of Bethesda. The pool was surrounded by 5 stone-covered colonnades that offered shelter from the elements. Beneath these arches lay a heartbreaking scene, a multitude of sick, blind, lame, and paralyzed individuals crowded together, their faces marked by desperation and hope. The air was heavy with murmurs of prayers, the occasional groans of pain, and whispers of the legend that brought them all there. They waited for the moment when the waters of the pool would stir, a sign that an angel had touched it. The first to enter after this stirring, it was believed, would be healed. Amid this sea of suffering lay a man who had been sick for 38 long years. His body was frail, his hope fragile but not extinguished. He had spent countless days watching others rush into the water, always too slow, always left behind. As the man lay on his mat, resigned to another day of waiting, a figure approached the pool. It was Jesus, his presence quiet yet commanding. Unlike the hurried passers-by, Jesus did not avert his gaze from the suffering around him. Instead, he walked among them, his eyes scanning the crowd until they rested on the man who had been there the longest. Jesus knelt beside the man, their eyes meeting. There was no pity in Jesus' gaze, only compassion and an understanding that reached beyond words. "Do you want to get well?" Jesus asked, his voice gentle but firm. The man looked up, startled. His reply was tinged with frustration and despair. "Sir, I have no one to help me into the pool when the water is stirred. While I am trying to get in, someone else goes down ahead of me." The man's words revealed years of disappointment and abandonment, yet also a flicker of hope. Jesus' response was simple, yet it carried authority that resonated deep within the man's soul. "Get up. Pick up your mat and walk." The words hung in the air for a moment. The man felt a warmth surge through his body, a strength he had not known in decades. He moved his legs, first tentatively, then with growing confidence. The crowd around the pool watched in stunned silence as the man rose to his feet. He bent down, rolled up his mat, and stood tall for the first time in 38 years. His face was a mixture of awe and gratitude as he turned to look at Jesus, who simply smiled and moved away, blending into the crowd. As the man walked through the streets of Jerusalem, his mat slung over his shoulder, the joy of his newfound freedom was interrupted by a group of Jewish leaders. Their eyes narrowed as they noticed him carrying his mat. "It is the Sabbath," one of them said sternly. "The law forbids you to carry your mat." The man, unshaken, replied, "The man who made me well said to me, 'Pick up your mat and walk.'" The leaders pressed him further, demanding to know who had given him such an instruction. But the man did not know. Jesus had already slipped away into the crowd. Later that day, the man found himself in the temple, marveling at his ability to walk among the worshippers. It was here that Jesus approached him again. "See, you are well again," Jesus said with a smile. "Stop sinning, or something worse may happen to you." The man nodded, understanding the deeper meaning behind Jesus' words. His healing was not just physical, it was a call to transformation, a chance to live a life of righteousness. Filled with gratitude and a sense of obligation, the man sought out the Jewish leaders and told them it was Jesus who had healed him. The revelation sparked outrage among the leaders, who viewed Jesus' actions as a violation of the Sabbath. But for the man who had been healed, the opinions of others mattered little. He had encountered the power and compassion of Jesus firsthand. For the first time in 38 years, he walked through the streets of Jerusalem as a whole man, his heart filled with hope and his soul forever changed. The man at Bethesda serves as a reminder that no one is beyond the reach of divine grace, and with Jesus, even the longest and most hopeless waiting can end in a miracle.